As a parent, I'm always trying to walk that line between giving my kids enough freedom to grow and still keeping them safe. And I think a lot of us feel that. You want to trust your kids, you want to give them space, but you also know the internet is huge, and kids can stumble into things they're just not ready for yet. At the same time, I've learned the hard way that if you watch too closely or try to control every little thing, kids pull away fast. And the last thing I want from my kids to feel is that they can't come to me when something's wrong. So instead of hovering over their shoulder every time they're on a screen, I started looking for tools that could give me just enough visibility to keep them safe, without making them feel like I'm breathing down their neck. After testing a bunch of options and seeing what actually worked in a real family setting, I narrowed it down to 4 apps that made the biggest difference for us. Today we're going to talk about Bark, FamilyKeeper, Qustodio, and Aura. What they're good at, what they're not so good at, and which ones might fit different types of families. My hope is that by the end, you'll have a clearer sense of what could work best for yours. All right, let's break it down. The online world today is completely different from what we grew up with. Our kids aren't just searching Google for homework. Their whole social life, entertainment, and even schoolwork happens online. They're gaming, chatting, posting videos, exploring apps we've never heard of, and the pace of it is nonstop. And mixed in with all the good stuff, there are things online that are just not healthy for kids. Whether that's inappropriate content, strangers in gaming chats, or even just too much screen time that messes with sleep and mood. I've seen it with my own kids. The more they're online, the more attention we need to give them to balance. Parental control apps aren't meant to lock kids down or spy on them. For me, it's more like having a seatbelt. They can still move, still explore, still learn, but with a little protection in place just in case. With that mindset, let's start with Bark. Bark is the one that felt the most kid-friendly in terms of not making them feel watched. It uses AI to look for signs of bullying, threats, inappropriate conversations, or other stuff we'd want to know about. But it doesn't dump every single message on you. It only alerts you when something actually seems off. And honestly, I like that. My kids get privacy, and I still get a heads up when something needs attention. Bark Premium is $14 a month or $99 a year, and that gives you screen time tools, website filtering, location tracking, and custom schedules so you can set limits without arguments every night. The downside? Bark can be a little annoying to set up, especially if you've got a mix of Android and iPhone, and it doesn't offer identity protection. But the reason Bark stands out is because it encourages conversation. When an alert comes in, it gives you context so you can sit down with your kid and talk about it in a normal, calm way, not in a gotcha kind of way. If you want something that supports trust and communication, Bark is solid. FamilyKeeper was one of the easiest apps for me to set up. It's really geared towards parents with younger kids or parents who aren't super tech savvy. It has 2 apps, one for you, one for your child, and everything is laid out in a way that just makes sense. It includes GPS tracking, app controls, and alerts for harmful content. And I'll tell you one moment where it made a real difference. One of my kids wandered a little further than I expected during a quick stop at the store, and FamilyKeeper helped me track him down. Fast. It's a simple feature, but when you need it, nothing beats it. FamilyKeeper is around $12.50 a month, which is pretty reasonable. The main catch is that it works best when everyone in the house uses the same kind of device. Mixed iPhone and Androids can get messy, and it doesn't include things like antivirus or identity protection. One thing I like, especially for younger kids, is the content recommendations. Instead of just blocking stuff, it helps point kids towards safer, healthier apps and videos. It feels more supportive and less controlling. If you're just starting out with a parental control app, FamilyKeeper is a friendly first step. Qustodio is perfect if you're the type of parent who likes to understand what's going on. Not in a helicopter way, just in a show-me-the-big-picture kind of way. Qustodio gives detailed reports about what your kid is doing online, what apps they use, what sites they visit, how long they're on, and so on. Qustodio starts at around $4.60 a month and goes up to about $8 a month and change for their full package. Social media monitoring isn't as deep as Bark, and again, no identity protection here. But for the price, it gives you a ton of useful info without feeling overbearing. It also lets you set daily limits for certain apps, which has helped us avoid a lot of screen time battles in the evening. If you like clarity and structure, Qustodio is a great fit. Aura is the everything under one roof option. It doesn't just monitor your child's online activity, It also protects your entire family's identity, watches for data breaches, checks your credit, and includes antivirus tools. It's basically digital protection for your whole home, not just your kid's phone. It's especially great if you have older kids or teens who spend a lot of time gaming or chatting online. Aura can monitor those gaming conversations and alert you to unsafe interactions, which is something that's become more and more important. Aura is the most expensive of the four at $50 a month, or $32 a month if you pay yearly. But they also offer a kids plan for $10 a month, which gives you just the parental control tools without the full identity protection suite. It can feel overwhelming at first because it does so much, but once you get used to the dashboard, it's one of the most complete solutions out there. If you want maximum protection and you're okay with the price, Aura is the powerhouse choice. So which one should you choose? Honestly, it depends on your home and your kids. If you want healthy independence with smart alerts, Bark is great. If you want something simple and beginner-friendly, FamilyKeeper is the easiest to use. If you want detailed info and more structure, Qustodio gives you that without costing much. If you want the most protection possible, including identity protection, Aura is the complete package. The best parental control app is the one that helps you stay connected to your kid without pushing them away. And that's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, feel free to give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want to try any of the apps we talked about, the affiliate links are down in the description. Sometimes you'll find deals you won't see on the main site. If you want to work with us or sponsor a future video, the email is down here too. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comments. I do my best to respond to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.